Yeah,
Do you think you could have carried on with the moto stuff and made a
absolutely
career out of it? Yeah.
I think in hindsight, like I have the mindset to control, and when you know the pressure makes diamonds, I clearly had the mindset in order to get it done. I just needed more time. Like motocross it starts so fast now. Kids are getting homeschooled at like 9-10 years old, and all you do is ride motocross, just laps and laps and laps, and it's by the time these kids are like 12-13 years old, they've lived an entire professional career basically, you know, and most of them are smoked, and it's a good reason why so many guys retire early out of that sport. And I was just a really slow developer. I was slow through puberty. I was slow through school. I was slow through developing the bravery that it took for a bike. I was just slower than everybody else. I was always smaller than everybody else. It took me a long time to actually mature into being a strong enough guy to throw a motocross bike around. Like time just wasn't on my side, but all of those things didn't matter in downhill. You could get away with being really small because a mountain bike was that much lighter. And to me, in fact, it was like so light coming from a motocross bike. It was like it was like a step backwards in performance. It was just the thing felt completely out of control, but it was giving me the buzz of speed that motocross gave me. So
that's interesting. That was it. There's been a few, maybe not to the level that you've done it, but a lot of young people switch to downhill, and it just feels right. There's just something about it, you know. And I think, obviously, I didn't do that to your level, not by a long shot, but I remember first riding a mountain bike, like a downhill bike, and being like, because I grew up moto kid as well. Oh my God, I can go fast on this. And you're going faster than you probably would do if you'd only done downhill. Absolutely. You've got that instant thing of like you said, running into turns or carrying a bit of speed. It's that bit that gets hard, I guess, like momentum. Learning that.
That was it.
Out of trouble.
Sorry.
Oh mate, that's so interesting that Rory was the guy to see.
I mean, literally, saw it instantly. So like cool. I say, it was like one run, and it dragged me around. It was a stupid Christmas or like Boxing Day ride, epic thing. It was like the fittest 30 guys in Innerleithen, you know, 15 of them professional enduro riders or whatever, and here's little Reece at the back, like absolutely dying. I remember them pushing me up, like 3 of them trying to push me up to the last climb. But I think that was, maybe he wouldn't admit it, but I think that was like an initiation of some sort as well. Like, okay, let's see if he's actually got the guts. Is he going to quit as well? And I didn't quit, obviously, but I wanted to, you know. It was like my legs were, I was toast. I was absolutely toast. But at the end of that ride, that was it. He was like, saw something in me, and thank God he did, you know, and massive thanks to him for pushing me and my parents in that direction, because if it wasn't for him and that crappy motorbike that he bought, I would never have been here. I would have went to just try and be a plumber, and I'd have probably just been one of those guys riding around at the Scottish Motocross Championships now. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know? So,
wow, that's
really cool.
Really cool.
Mad how life works.
How was your family with that switch? Because I think growing up doing that with your dad, it's a thing for them as well, isn't it? You know, going to motocross, camping. It's just like such a lifestyle for them as well. How was their reaction to you going down a different path?
You know, Mum was good. Mum was solid. She's always been really supportive with everything I do, and she kind of just said, you know, if you believe, if you can close your eyes and you can see yourself standing on a World Cup podium, then you've got it. You can do it. It is in there, you know. And these things happen for a reason. And you've bumped into Rory because of some crappy motorbike, and he's asked to take you out, and he's told you that you've got what it takes. So you're not being delusional as such. Obviously, at that point, I hadn't raced a single mountain bike race. So when I stumped back into school on Monday and told the teacher, I'm out of here and I'm going to be a professional athlete, they're like, right, good luck, son. You know, I'd never raced a race in my life. So, but Dad was cut up. He was devastated. He knew. I think he saw what I had on a motocross bike, and for sure, as far as like style and technique went, I was maybe not the fastest. I had some really good races and some days when I was the fastest by a long stretch, but on average it averaged out to like a kind of third place guy in Scotland is kind of where I was sitting. So, but my technique was insane, and I think he knew that had I had the time, and maybe we'd went to Belgium, and he would have done it with me. He would have done the full like, fuck it, let's go to Belgium and we're going to do this, you know. He would have went for it. Like super, super, super supportive parents, but I think me deep down was like, honestly, I can't ask you to do that because my heart's not really in it now. I'd been racing from 6 years old to 16, so I'd done that 10 years
dude. It's
of
a career.
Every single weekend up and down the country, and then you arrive back at school on Monday and you're like, dead, you know, and they're trying to ask you about, you know, the surface area of a cone, and I'm just like, this is, you know, I've just risked my life for 3 motos, like 40 of us lined up on a start line, racing for a metre. You're wrapped up in somebody's wheel, you know, with their tie around your neck, like you're fighting for your life, you know. Yeah. And you're asking me about algebra. It was just like, it just didn't work. It ruined me as a kid. It was just, all I wanted was adrenaline after that. So yeah, downhill was the next best thing. There was adrenaline and there was money, and it was on the doorstep. It was so much more accessible. Okay. The base course was right there. It just, all the stars just aligned that year, and it was like, okay, I can see a path. There's actually a way to get to this without having to leave the country and spend eye-watering sums of money.
Yeah,
so,
and there's that as well. Yeah.
So yeah, I betted on myself. My parents said, yep, right, we'll give you 2 years of college and we'll see what you can do with it. And like I say, at the end of that 2-year college degree, I was a British champion, and Tine was helping Rory at the time with Trek Junior Tools. Okay. And Rory just said, you need to take him to the World Cups next. And I went to the World Cups as a second-year junior and got 3 7th places. And then they gave me a contract for 2015, which was my first year elite, and I think I got a couple of top 25s in the world. Yeah, yeah. And that was that, from like, you know, 4 years previous, never touching a downhill bike, didn't even know what the sport was, to watching Sam Hill come flying past me at Leo Gang and me getting 25th was just like, you can imagine.
Yeah, mate. Well, I can't.
Yeah, world.
But yeah, I can try.
It's that unimaginable, you can imagine, if you know what I mean. Like, story, it was just stood there lost, like, how's this happening, you know? And I knew nothing about anything at that moment in time.
What was it like going from racing like localish national downhill in the UK to then going abroad? Like, how did you?
Okay. Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, I love
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
And so they can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.